Welcome to the Graffiti Jungle, Paulo Palunga. Benvenuti nella giungla del graffiti, questo è impostore, outside the pick my side chat show. Gihareh, TJG, Ali, phone in the tangential thought chat show. We're working the podcast sometime soon, whenever we can. So, no, to a copy of song, two charging, see, that's secure. All right, we did the phone. So now the phone is pretty much good. Now I'm gonna charge the iPad. The iPad is at 11%. All right, we're gonna let the iPad just charge up a bit. The iPad's at 11%. Phone is at 91%. Now from here, what are we gonna do from here? All right, the phone is good. We may or may not have to charge the phone up again. It just depends on what. If I'm gonna try Metroid one more time, I'm not sure. Like I gave it a decent try. Well, I don't feel like I did my best. That's for sure. It was that second run through got pretty far. I got the furthest I ever been with those extra two energy tanks, but I didn't get there cleanly, and so I kind of already knew that I wasn't about to. But I didn't know. I don't know how much further it's to, like these next few rooms are like how much further to go, bro. Like I was running on empty, and I just did not. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna get another Metroid session in, and that's just because like right now it's cold. Trying to let my hands warm up a little bit, or at least I just have to put the like this hand is okay because I've been having the glove on, but this hand was like just watching stuff. So let's see. Thanks for. Oh, I forgot. How did I take that last time? Let's do ordering books. Put the emoji. All right, I'm gonna just leave the emoji and merch. Let's just do a shirt and a, we can do a shirt and a hat sometime. Shirt and shorts. Boom. Now ordering books and merch. Now then from there on the next one is gonna be un and then box. Unboxing vids books. And then see this I was like this time. And you can have because then now it kind of makes sense that you said unboxing vid, and I might be able to say video, books and merch, video, there, done, start the poll. Okay, now, let's see, yeah, right now it's just charging. Yeah, I need to just let this hand warm up a bit. What up? So let's see. I just posted. We just made it. I was just. What? I was just doing. I was just like, just posted some other little random vids. Okay, what I did see, you know, in the wonderful world, you know, I was looking at this one joint and I saw it, and so this is why I say like I saw it on the timeline, and then so I just let it sit. That was one, but then I just decided I haven't watched Is What It Is like a full episode like so far of like I started watching them for the first time last I can't even say last year. It was in the spring, and then they took the summer off, because it's chill. But they came back for baseball, football. They came back actually for football season, and now we got basketball. So I just watched their first episode, and then Mace was like, "Yo," he said Snap got canceled or whatever. So I'm like, "Yo," or he said EBT canceled, whatever he says. I'm like, "Oh, Snap." So I'm like, I just seen somebody else say that, and then he said it, and so I'm like, "All right, let me look up this joint, whatever, like what's going on with it." Now they made a couple things and it was like interesting, but it's this is actually like so. There's a couple of things I don't like. Again, I don't know too much, and it's like if you decide to do a deep dive and rabbit hole, if you care, if you don't care, it's those types of things, right? So that I just know like the surface level. You know what I'm saying? I just know that little. Apparently, the iceberg only shows 10%. The rest of the iceberg is 90% below the water, right? So, uh, what did I see? Oh, a lot of people want to lay blame on just one person in the entire government. Like, bro, don't want to get too political, right? Whatever like that. You may not be positive and shit. So they try to just blame one person, but there was like, but again, like if you like look through the comments and you kind of like you go look at one side, look at another side. There are some people I just feel like some people are just too simple. It's too simple to just blame one person for a lot of whatever, right? Knowing that there's checks and balances of power, and certain people have to vote and agree. Now, one of the other Jones is the fact that I don't know how long the government has been shut down, but apparently the government has been shut down for like a little while right now. So that's another reason that goes into the whole little snapper EBT thing. Now again, I'm only learning this through comments, right? So I'm just looking through the comment section, and as I'm looking through the comment section, one person was also like, "Well, you do know that both parties have to vote and agree on it, and one party kind of like whatchamacallit, another party has to vote to like bring it back. So it's like you gotta be careful like what you sit there and talk about, like the things that you do and don't know. You know what I'm saying? Who are you really trying to like blame to and stuff like that? And it could just be misguided. It can be misguided. So that was one of those things. But so I think I don't know too much, but it's like you would kind of have to know. You know what I'm saying? But this is again it's one of the reasons that certain people are in those positions because you would assumably vote in the right way so that because you don't actually pay attention or really care or do all that stuff. So that's why if you were like to whatever, then you would put the person in charge of making those decisions over your life. You know what I'm saying? Those type of things. So the so one of the things is the government is shut down right now. So they actually can't even vote on it. Like they're not even voting on it. The government being shut down right now is a whole nother I said this before, but it's like saying it again. It's just like, what are they now being paid to do? What are y'all doing? Y'all don't do nothing anyway all day. All y'all do is sit in a room and talk to each other. Y'all act like if you ever meet somebody who's like, well, how was your day? I had all these meetings. You were sitting around talking, listening. Let's not try to, bro. If you want to know type of change, so it was like, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? What do you mean the government shut down? Well, y'all not going to work? Y'all getting paid, and y'all not going to work? You're stealing money. You now, now some of the other people. Now again, this is it's always one of those. Um, that's not the flex you think it is. Like, don't I don't that don't mean what you think it mean, bro. Like, you looking at me in a certain type of way, and now I don't appreciate that. I don't appreciate that. Like, you need to go find another live stream. Like, this is YouTube. Like, you don't. This ain't even cable, bro. Like, this free. Go freely find another channel, bro. So, uh, it was one of those. So it being a shutdown, and they not voting on it. So uh, that's just a thing. It's just a thing. Like they not voting on it and whatnot. And so the thing that Cam said was, what did he say? Cam said, it's getting cold. So it's one of like, if you kind of like know certain things or ever been in certain like situations and contexts or whatever, like like the winter is like a tough part of the year for a lot of people to the winter's a tough part of the year for a lot of people to get through. You know what I'm saying? Seasonal depression, some people get sad through the winter. There are a lot of holidays, and whether you can or cannot, trying to spend the holidays with, whoever or by yourself. And the winter, the winter is but that's another one of those things for like the holidays, the holy days, a reason to celebrate, trying to get through those tough times, right? Like if you look for like the reason that some holidays even exist, to find a reason so that people could celebrate. You know what I'm saying? To get so that they're not so focused on other things and being stressed out and this and the third. So like it's reasons that certain holidays, you know what I'm saying, especially are placed during the winter or whatever. Now, one of the things is with that, you then now again, like there's so many like surrounding things with that, right? So you got Thanksgiving, which would be considered a family time holiday. So whether how close you are or not to your family, right? So you got Thanksgiving. That's one coming up, November, right? Now, mind you, and with that, right? Now, SNAP stands for Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program. Supplement nutrition, like so, it has something to do with food. EBT, I don't know what EBT stands for, but food stamps, right? So, mind you, they already earlier this year, they already what happened? And it's again like I know a little, but not too much. Um, Earlier this year, what happened with that? I'm trying to see if I can remember. What happened earlier? Oh, okay. So earlier this year, when it came down to like the food stamps and again, I don't know EBT and SNAP. I don't know. I don't know. Right. But earlier this year, there was this conversation that they could not get, I think, snacks and stuff like that, like candy and all of that, right? Now, again, like, now there are some people who they're they they're doing enough to they don't have to live on whatchamacallit, but they still pay attention to other certain things. So like there's those people like they don't need to be having this, that, and the third anyway, off of this, that, and the third, da da da, right? So there like that happened earlier this year. Earlier this year, it was they they restricted what you could get, and so I think there was already a thing with EBT and food stamps and stuff like that, so that I think you couldn't get hot food. I think that was that. I think that used to be like a one of the Jones, right? You couldn't get hot food, so you had to get stuff that you like kind of had to sort of like cook. But now but people used to get like I just said like chips and snacks and cake and candy and cakes and stuff. But then they said you can't get that. You can't get chips, candy, snacks. You can't get all that type of stuff. So I think one stipulation was hot food, and then it got restricted to like. So now it's like you got to use it for what I'm saying, other stuff, right? So I think that was one thing that happened this year, right? And then now I'm not sure what's the I'm not I think one of the things I think that I'm not sure if it's like just being completely just canceled, but one of the things is that they needed both sides and parties to like vote on it. That's one. And so like I think because it has a budget, like the budget for it. So I think that's a part of the whole thing. So I think there's a budget for it, and not only is the budget for it, so with the government being shut down, they don't get to vote on the budget for it, and so that's why I think that's why it's just done for right now because it's the government shutdown, and so and now so and now is like again like the timing for all this certain stuff, right? Now I'm not sure how long the government been shut down, but I feel like I heard like I mentioned it or I said something about it either last week or the week before that. Like it was at some point in time this month. I feel like I talked about that, but I feel like it wasn't it was recent but not too recent. I don't know. So it's been a little while. So the government is still shut down, right? And now like I just said, Thanksgiving is coming up, right? So you're taking all of that money and or you're not even doing anything. Like so I don't know why they are in office right now if they are not doing what they're supposed to do. It's these types of jobs right now. But because they're shut down and they're not working, they're not doing what they're supposed to, their job right now. For I don't know how long they've been doing this. They don't get to vote on that whole whatchamacallit. So that whole so I'm not sure if it's just canceled or if it's just because since they have not voted on it, there's no money being put out and towards that sector. Whatchamacallit, right? So there's that. Now, I just said the holidays are supposed to give people a reason to celebrate and things like that. And that's where there's a lot of holidays within the winter. I told you seasonal depression. Now you got Thanksgiving. Now you see like in this whole thing, I just read it. The whole snap and all that stuff ends November 1st. Thanksgiving, third week, that whatever that third Thursday in November, that's going to be a tough time for people. So it's like you're now also doing all of this. This is coming into November, right? That November is going to be a tough month, right? Now, but then the temperature is not going to be rising. It's only getting colder. So now food is getting colder. You're going to move into December. Now, in December, the big holiday in December is Christmas. Now, with Christmas, again, you had Thanksgiving, whether you are or are not close with your family. There's nuances around that. Again, seasonal depression. And then you get to like Christmas. And then there are like parents who can or cannot, you know what I'm saying, keep up the whole Santa Claus. If Santa Claus is real or real, or you know what I'm saying, and it becomes one of them. How do you? Because some people don't want to uh, take away Santa for their kid. You know what I'm saying? But the idea in it, like, yeah, Santa didn't come, and what if they had a good kid and the kid was good? You know what I'm saying? And those type of things. So again, seasonal depression, whether people can or cannot. And like, mind you, that's already supposed to be like extra. You know what I'm saying? They be like, some people will work more. Some people work more hours, put it in overtime and any all that, so that they can provide for their kids during Christmas. So you got Thanksgiving in November, and this is why I'm saying like the timing of all of this. You got Christmas in November, and again, that may or may not be a family timer situation. Christmas, that's like a family timer situation. You may or may not be able to, whether you close with them or not. Like it's those types of things, right? Christmas being a time for a family. November, Thanksgiving. Now January is like New Year's, and so with New Year's, that's not there's no big holidays or anything to really look forward within to like January, but but January would be known for being a cold month, and then you got February, and so this is like from November, December, January, February. That's a what we call in the gamer world a gauntlet. You know, you're getting through that. Now, if you got a relationship, that's a whole that's bills and money. You see what I'm saying? It don't have to be, but that's how people made it commercially. Mind you, Black Thursday coming. If we ever know why it's called Black Thursday, it's those types of things, you know. But no, it's called Black Friday. Black Friday coming. Black Friday coming. Yeah. Wall Street. Yeah. All of the if you know anything about any of all that stuff, you know what I'm saying. Wall Street and Black Friday, and, you know, things costing the real amount. So yeah, it's about to be some stuff, bro. So you got November, December, January. It's just gonna be cold. February, cold. Then you got Valentine's Day. Now that would be like the kind of like the end all whatchamacallit. Like after that, there ain't no more other real like real holidays that for people like again, like if you're well off and you can do, then you probably don't mind the extra that's expenses that come with these next few months. You see what I'm saying? Like if you're well off and you're good, then you don't mind like so mind you, I just said if you're close with your family, you probably looking forward to Thanksgiving. If you can go get turkey and you want this type of turkey, that type of turkey, ham, mac and cheese, all the red velvet, all you got, you know what I'm saying? Then come for Black Friday is where you want to get your gifts for Christmas, and then Christmas come, you want to get this person to give, that person to give, da da da, woo woo woo. And if you are or are not close with family, then it's just gonna be cold in January, and then February it is. I forget when. I'm not sure. Don't let the she got to make something other than pasta. Y'all, I don't fall for it. No pasta. All right. Valentine's Day come around, all the girls want to go get pasta and make some shrimp pasta, some chicken pasta, some steak. They just change the protein up, and you just no, we're not doing that. Don't do that. Don't let no girl give you some pasta for whatchamacallit. But then what you gonna take her out? You gonna take her out to STK? You gonna take her out to eat and this, that, and the third? I show you love every day. What makes this day different, huh? Huh? Why we gotta do something different today? Valentine's Day is every day. So, but this is like the gauntlet. This is uh what we just said. Thursday, what's that? Thursday, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Valentine's Day, but November, December, January, February, all them cold months, and it's just that gauntlet. So this is just one of those. Now again, how people talk about certain things in conversation, certain things become more rampant, move up, and it becomes a more trying time. Just what you want to call it. So that's just something to look